Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So check it out. The D6 Squad has merch now. We got hoodies, tees, mugs, whatever you need. Check it out. Link in the description. On YouTube, we're back with another film session. This one is going to be Shaq Barrett. And Shaq Barrett is someone that Giants fans were looking at last offseason. He ended up coming back. He terrorized Daniel Jones in his first ever start that first week where we actually won that game. But I think he had like 4 sacks or something crazy like that. This dude is, I don't think his stats were up there. He definitely didn't have 19 sacks this year. But he's someone who's consistently a burst off of the line. He's consistently getting pressure. And he will be worth it. I mean, depending on what he's commanding, he'll be worth paying top dollar in free agency. I'm not sure if the Bucs are going to be able to bring him back, but the tandem of him and JPP is amazing. And like I said, he'd be worth it. So let's watch this first play. He's going to come off the edge here, and it's just going to give you an idea of just the burst that he has coming off the line of scrimmage. So when this ball gets snapped, you're going to see him come off the ball and pretty much just beat this right tackle on mostly speed. So I'm going to start it right here. And he timed the snap. The ball isn't even to Aaron Rodgers' hands yet. And he's basically already got the tackle beat. And now what he's going to do is something that is invaluable as a pass rusher. He's going to be able to turn the corner. And not everybody can turn the corner at that angle. He's shielding him off with his right arm, and then he's just going to dip and turn. Some people, they have to go all the way down here before they can come around. He can dip and turn where the quarterback is. And then he just shows the closing speed to go and get that sack. And then having JPP across from you helps a lot too. Again, this is one of the things that I value most out of pass rushers, especially 3-4 outside linebackers. You have to be able to come off the football quick. You have to be able to really, what are we paying you as an outside linebacker to do a defensive end job? Why would we pay you to do that if you don't have the speed advantage over 4-3 defensive ends? You need to have that speed advantage to consistently win on the outside, or else you're usually going to be a sitting duck. They're usually not as big as defensive ends in a 4-3. Now, you got freaks like JPP that can do it. And JPP is not Gregory Rousseau. Gregory Rousseau isn't half the athlete of JPP. But most of the time, guys are going to be a little bit lighter, and they need to be able to use the speed advantage. And at the very least, be able to convert that speed into power. So let's just watch it again. Just how quickly he gets off the ball. Just being able to get off the ball under control and then turn like that is invaluable. You can't teach this. These are things that people just have coming into the NFL. These things aren't really taught. Now, you can teach pass rush moves. You can teach, where to attack with your rush. But this is just pure explosion, speed, and the ability to bend. So he's right here again, number 58. And this is what I mean when I say convert speed into power. Now, does he? Maybe he does. Maybe he does bench press more than this tackle. Maybe he, leg presses more, but he's not bigger than him. And I doubt he has the functional strength that's more than this tackle. And he's just going to just convert the speed of his get off, of, getting off the ball. He's going to convert that speed into power and apply some pressure and just get the sack. So he's going to come off the ball. He's in that, almost like a sprinter stance. He's going to come off the ball. And he doesn't, immediately. The tackle should pick up on this because he doesn't immediately come off full speed. But as soon as he turns that corner and starts driving his legs, at that point, it's a done deal. And Rodgers almost runs into this sack. Because if Rodgers steps up and kind of runs, up here, he might have a shot. But with him running to the side, there's nothing he can do. And at that point, the only way he's stopping that sack is a hold. So that's what I mean when I say you can convert speed into power. He's not necessarily functionally stronger than this dude. I doubt it. I mean, he does, stick his hand in his chest and bull rush him, which is another thing he does well. And this is something I attribute a lot to Von Miller. Now, some things have come out about Von Miller. I don't know how true it is. I don't know everything about it, but Von Miller is a monster, and he's very technically sound. And I think that Shaq Barrett picked up a lot from Von Miller, because he does a lot of things that I see Von Miller do. Very technically sound. If you get in someone's chest like that, they don't stand a chance. And this is what I mean, exactly like Von Miller. This is something that I'm pretty sure I showed Von Miller during in the film session I did of him. Again, we got things coming around about Von Miller. I'm not going to dive into that. I'm just talking about from a pure football perspective. So, 58 right here, as you see me circling with my mouse. He's going to come off the edge. And what he's going to do is something I see Von Miller do a lot. He's going to come off the edge, attack one side, get his hands and pretty much his head into his chest, and just get so low that at that point, the tackle doesn't have any leverage here. Tackle's comfortable here, but at this point, he's got his hands on top of his shoulders. So he's too tall to be able to come all the way down here with Shaq Barrett, and he just loses him. He doesn't have any leverage there. And that's something that Von Miller, it's like Von Miller is like a rocket scientist. And it seems like Shaq Barrett has learned a lot of that from him. Just using leverage, using angles, and just being able to just get sacks just because of that. And then it helps that you're a freak athlete too. Just gets so low or right around here that he just loses them. And this is just more of the same. He's crafty. He's physically talented. He's mentally there. And this is just more of the same. He's going to come off the edge here, and he's just going to get skinny, get between the guard and the tackle, and just get this sack. And it's just incredible to just watch him work like this. Like, to watch him improve from his days in Denver to now, he's literally one of the premier pass rushers in the league. If you watch him snap to snap, he may not always get the sack, but he's really there, usually getting pressure snap to snap. So he's just going to come off the ball and, fake outside, because he's been beating them. And this is the chess of football that everybody loves. He's been beating them outside the entire game. And he's going to just basically do a Euro step. Step outside, get him to commit. And at that point, you see, he doesn't even react to that. And he's thinking he has help inside. But he gets so skinny. When he turns his shoulder, he gets so skinny that he just slides right through. He just slides right through it and just gets the sack. Now, he didn't get the sack here, but, this is an incompletion because of Shaq Barrett. My thoughts on Shaq Barrett as far as signing him to the Giants, I would definitely look at it. I definitely think I would not be mad if they bypass the receiver to take someone like Shaq Barrett and take a receiver in the draft, because this dude is explosive. He's strong. He's technically sound. He's going to help out people like Lorenzo Carter. He's going to help out people like O'Shane Ximines as far as technical stuff, using your pad level. He's so technically sound, and it's something that we could really use in this Giants locker room and on the field. He'd be our best pass rusher by far. And, if you take the money that you were going to give Leonard Williams and, about $5 or $6 million more and give it to him, I'm not going to lose any sleep. So you guys let me know what you think of Shaq Barrett. I think it'll be a great signing if we go out and get him. Now, mind you, he is someone that's probably going to be coming off of a Super Bowl team. I'm thinking that the Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens with that. But those people that come off of those Super Bowl teams after they win one, they usually get overpaid. So that's something we also have to realize. But if he's not overpaid, if we can get him for a decent price, I'm definitely ready to sign up. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 Squad member. If you're a D6 Squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.